Hello everyone, I'm Mohammed Muslim Shishir, and today I'm going to solve this problem called group anagrams. So this is kind of like a follow-up problem for my previous problem, which was valid anagram. Maybe you can watch that video to make things easier for you. I'll put the link in the description, or maybe you can start with this one. Anyways, so this is kind of like a easy to medium problem from LeetCode. Let's see what they are saying in the description. Given an array of strings strs, group the anagrams together. You can return the answer in any order. So they're going to give us an array of string. Let's say this is our array of string, and we have to group the anagrams together. So what are anagrams? So anagrams are basically like two words or strings that can be rearranged to one another. Like for instance, we have EAT, and EAT can be rearranged as TEA, like T and eat. So these are anagrams. Okay. Maybe, yeah, we have another one like ATE. So like if we put the A at first, T in the middle, and E at the end, we get 8. So 8, eat, and T, uh, these are anagrams to one another. And let's say 10 and nat, these can be anagrams too. Like 10 can be rearranged as NAT. So these are anagrams. And BAT, we don't have anything for BAT. So this is going to go inside a single array. So yeah, now if we like put all of this array inside another array and return it, this is going to be our output for this array of string. So yeah, this is our output. Maybe they have the different order. They have bat at first, nat and 10 in the middle, 8, eat, and t at the end. But the order doesn't matter. They're saying you can return the answer in any order. So the order doesn't matter. And one more thing we should look at is that, let's say, let's get rid of all these other arrays and let's focus on this one. Okay, let's say eat. If we sort this string or word alphabetically, we will get AET. Okay, and let's do the same thing for T. If we sort this alphabetically, we will also get AET and 8. If we sort this one alphabetically, we will also get AET. So we can say that if any word is an anagram to another word, we will always get the same string if we sort them. So this is kind of like a key idea to this solution. So let's go to our drawing board and let's try to explain this problem further. Okay, so to solve this problem, we will need a map, and we will need to run a for loop to our entire array. So the first, okay, let's say we are running a for loop through the array. So the first in our first iteration, we'll get EAT, eat. So now if we sort it alphabetically, we will get AET. Okay, so yeah, so now what we have to do is sort each string alphabetically. So we already did that. Now push the original string inside the array of the matched map key. Anyways, maybe maybe if we do it practically, it will be much easier to understand. So let's say we are at the first iteration of our for loop, which is eat, and we sorted the original string to AET. Okay, now we will see if we have anything like AET inside our map. Obviously we don't, like our map is empty right now. So what we are going to do is that we are going to initialize this. Okay, so and while, okay, so initially it's going to be an empty array. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we're going to push the original string inside this array. So the original string was eat, so now we're going to push it inside this array. So it's going to be so the value of our sorted string is going to be this array with the original string anyways. Okay, now we are going to move on to the next iteration. So in our next iteration we will get TEA, and if we sort this one alphabetically we will also get AET. But okay, now we are going to like look inside our map, and this time we do have a value for AET. So the value for AET right now is this one. So what we are going to do is that we are going to push this original string inside this array. Okay, so the original string was TEA, and we are going to push it inside this array. Okay, now we are going to go to our third iteration, which is 10. So TAN, if we sort it alphabetically we will get ANT. So yeah, now we are going to look inside our map. So we don't have any value for ANT, so we are going to initialize it. So ANT initially is going to be an empty array. Okay, and now we are going to push the original string inside this array. So the original string is 10. Okay, now we are going to go to the fourth iteration of our for loop, which is index 3. Now our string is ATE. Okay, if we sort this one we will get AET. Okay, now let's see if we have the sorted version inside our map, and yes we do. So we are going to push the original string inside the value of that array. Okay, inside that array. Okay, now we're going to go to the next iteration, which is NAT, and the sorted version of NAT is ANT. Okay, so we do have now we're going to look inside our map. We have a value for ANT, which is this one. So we are going to push the original string inside this array. So NAT. Now we are going to go to the next iteration, which is BAT. So BAT, if we sort it, we're going to get ABT. So we don't have anything for this ABT, so we are going to initialize it ABT with an empty array. Okay, now we are going to push the original string inside this array, so it's going to be BAT. Now we are done with our for loop, and we have stored all the anagrams in the map. Now what we have to do is that we are going to return all the values of this map, and that is going to be our output. Like if we get all the values it's going to be like something like this. Okay, so this one, now go to this next value. Okay, this one, and finally we will get this one, and we will put all of this inside an array. So this is our final output. Okay, now let's try to code it out. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so what we did first was that we needed a mapper for this. So we are going to initialize a map on unordered map, and the key of the map is going to be string, and the value of the map is going to be array of string. So key is going to be string, value is going to be vector of string. We're going to call it frequency mapper, or maybe let's call it anagram mapper. ANAGRM. Okay, anagram mapper. Okay, now what we did is run a for loop through the array. So yeah, we're going to run a for loop which is going to take each string of the array. So strs. Okay, now let's just see the output, what we're getting. Return res. Let's just say they're expecting a vector of string, so let's just say our result is this. Now if we run this code, okay, we are getting all the strings here: eat, t, 10, 8, nat, bat. Okay, now so what we're going to do now is that we're going to sort each string alphabetically. So string, let's say sorted string, which is going to be the original string, and now we are going to sort the sorted string. Begin sorted dot end. Okay, now let's see sorted str. Okay, now let's see if we're going to get the sorted version of the strings. What is it saying? Sorted. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Okay, yeah, so we are getting the sorted version of our strings. So now we have to initialize it inside the map. Okay, so anagram mapper. Okay, anagram mapper of sorted string, and we are going to push the original string inside the map. Okay, Now, so this this code will basically do the same thing what we did here, like it's sorting each string, and now it's going to initialize that string inside that, and then it's going to push the original string inside the map. Now all we have to do is that return all the values of the map inside an array. So all we have to do is run another for loop. So const auto pair. As we can see that map has like two pairs, keys and strings, keys and values. So we just need the values. So anagram mapper, and we're going to push res dot push back the second. Okay, res dot push back pair dot second. So it's going to push this array inside res or result, as you can say. So I think we're done here. If we run this code, okay, sorted. Okay, I spelled it wrong again, so it's going to be sorted string, sorted str. Okay, now this should work. Okay, now if we submit this code, it should probably work then too. Okay, so yeah, so this was a solution for group anagrams. Let's see how much, or like what is the time complexity of our code. It's probably like we are sorting it, so sorting takes of n log n, and we are running a for loop which is O of n, so n into n log n, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, if we, what is the time so yeah, so they're saying n is the number of strings, k is the average length of strings. Okay, sorting takes of n k log k for each string, and so this is how you can like check the time complexity of your code. Maybe you can like optimize it further. So this space complexity hash map stores all strings of n into k. Okay, and time complexity is of n into k log k. So yeah, this is how you can use like, okay, maybe let's see if we can optimize it further. Can we optimize this? Okay, so okay, they're like giving us a solution with like characters. So this seems a little bit complex at this moment. I'm not going to go through this one. I think my code is more readable than that. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you know that you can like use these tools to learn various problems. Like you can also like convert this to Python. Okay, so they're going to like give you a solution for this in Python with the same approach. Yeah, so yeah, but let's do this on our own. So this was all for the C++ solution. uh, Next I'm going to solve it in Python, Ruby and JavaScript. If you guys want to stay, you can stay, or maybe this is it for you. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, in Python we are going to do the same thing. First of all, we will need a mapper. So anagram, sorry, anagram mapper. So anagram mapper is going to have a default to list. Okay, now we are going to run a for loop. So for I for str of stars. Okay, now we are going to sort each string. So sorted string is going to be str dot, sorry, that's not how you do it in Python. So you take a empty string, then you join it with the sorted version of your string. Okay, that's going to give us the sorted version of the string. Now we're going to put it inside the mapper. So anagram mapper of sorted str dot append str. So we're going to push the original string inside the mapper, inside the array of inside the value of the individual key. Okay, now we're going to return anagram mapper dot values. So this should probably work. Yeah, I just saw this in ChatGPT. Okay, so s in stars, so it's going to be, it's not going to be off, it's going to be in. So this should work now. Okay, now let's submit this one. Alrighty then, now let's go to the Ruby version of this. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here also. So first of all, let's initialize a map. Anagram mapper is going to be new hash dot new, which is going to have hash and key. The hash is going to, the key of the hash is going to have a empty array as initial value. Now we are going to do stars.each do str. Now let's sort the string, which is going to be sorted str is going to be str dot split dot sort dot join. Now we are going to put it inside the map. So anagram mapper of sorted str. Now we're going to push the original string inside that, and now we're going to return all the values of our anagram mapper. So anagram mapper dot values. This should probably work. Okay, now let's submit this one. Okay, now we will go to the JavaScript version of this. So okay, it looks kind of weird right now. Okay, let's just okay. So yeah, the same thing. So we are going to initialize a mapper, which is going to be anagram mapper, which is going to have nothing initially. Then we're going to run a for loop const str of stars. Okay, now we're going to sort each string const sorted str, which is going to be str dot split dot sort dot join. Now we are going to see if we have the value inside the map. So anagram mapper of sorted str. If we don't, like, initially it's going to be an empty array, but we can't like do that. We can do it like this one. So if we have a value, we're going to if we have a value for this sorted version inside our map, we're going to push the original string. But what if we don't have any value for this sorted string? Then it's going to be undefined, and it's going to throw us an error. So what we're going to do is that we're going to initialize it with an empty array first. So yeah, that's okay. As this is going to be inside the first bracket, so we need to have a semicolon here. Okay, so we did the mapping here. Now all we have to do is return the values of the anagram mapper. So that's not how you do it. Object dot values of anagram mapper. Okay, now let's run this code. This should probably work. Okay, submit this one. Okay, and we can do the same thing with a reducer. So let's just strs dot reduce, which is going to which will have an accumulator and the current value, which is our string. Now we are going to paste that code inside here. So we don't have like anagram mapper inside here. All we have is an accumulator. So and the initial value of the accumulator is going to be a empty hash or empty object. So first we're going to sort each individual string, and then we're going to see if the sorted version of that string is inside our accumulator. If not, we're going to initialize it with empty array, and then we're going to push the original array inside that, and that's how it will reduce this into our anagram mapper. And this should work the same. Okay, there oh, sorry about that, we have to return the accumulator in each iteration. Okay, okay, now let's run this. Okay, So this was all for me for this problem group anagrams. Obviously, like, you can explore it by yourself. You can uh, go through different solution of it. You can optimize it further by using uh, ChatGPT or any other LLM of your choice. So thanks for watching, and if you have like any suggestions for me, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask inside the comment section. Thank you very much.